Who's here first?
Hey, this is Ahman Green, Green Bay Packers all-time leader in Russia. Bill, the Packer fan and Packer owner, Nick. They run a website for Packer news and updates, and I know Packer news hasn't been so great lately because we got some players that are not Packers anymore that you loved at one time, but you might hate a little bit right now.
Two great running backs. We have a competent offensive line.
He's saying that he felt in November and December that they didn't want him back.
Get a little safety in that position. Either we go.
There's no reason to believe we can't return, but.
And they already came out. There's a couple guys that came out and said that Rodgers is telling what
solution of it, and don't let them go for anything under than one.
And you know what, Packer fans? The Bears still suck. So go Pack Go, and good luck to Bill and Nick, their website and their Packer news. Talk to you later.
It's a lot easier to come in and skip doing mop-up duty, but he threw the ball all. He kind of looked like Aaron Rodgers the way he was throwing the ball sidearm and just flicking the wrist, and the ball was just jumping out of his hand. Agreed.
Hey everybody, this is Gerhard de Beer, former Green Bay Packer offensive lineman, and you're watching Frozen Tundra Network with Bill the Packer fan and Packer.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Frozen Tundra Network, and we are going to be talking about, obviously, Justin Jefferson's new contract, just so he can get slaughtered by Jaire Alexander again. Not even making $1 million a yard against Alexander at this point. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and talk about it. Ken, why don't you start us off? Tell us what you think about this enormous contract, highest paid non-quarterback player in NFL history.
Woke up this morning before getting ready for the morning show. I see that not Alexander. I keep saying that just because Alexander owns him so much. But Jefferson has signed a contract that is going to be $35 million annually. The total contract's $140 with just shy of $90 million in guarantees. Now that's an awful lot of money to pay somebody who's not a quarterback. Hell, he's making more than some of these quarterbacks in this league. And I get, JJ gets a bunch of yards and all that, but he's only had 5 touchdowns last year and like 7 the year before. That's what you're going to pay $35 million for? Oh, and to watch the guy get grittied on?
Yeah. I tell you, it's $7 million a year. That's what it comes to. $7 million a touchdown.
Yeah.
Last year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
John Dorn, I know that you have some opinions on it. What do you think?
Well, to me, I think it's funny because they can overpay him because it doesn't matter. He doesn't do shit against our team. We shut him down. You only had 2 games over 100 yards on us in 7 games. He only put up 4 touchdowns in those 7 games. To us, you don't bother us, man. We shut him down. Just like we shut everybody down.
And let's
just say this year, our defense is gonna be fucking. Oh man, okay. But anyway,
that's in the Barry era too, bro. That's during the Barry era where we had a shit ass DC, bro. I mean,
yeah, we shut them down pretty much 5 games out of fucking 7. We pretty much shut them right down.
The one game that Vikings fans talk about where he didn't guard Justin Jefferson that game when he had all those. That was zone defense. Jaire Alexander. Actually, on PFF, they said that every time Alexander was one-on-one with Justin Jefferson in that week 1 matchup, he had 0 catches for 0 yards, and I think there was a total of like 4 or 5 times that they matched up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Preston Smith was on him more times than Jaire was.
Preston Smith has guarded every single wide receiver in the league at this point. So, all right, A-Dub, why don't you break it down? How do you feel about this contract?
Definitely sets the standard for the wide receiver market now, because with this contract now we're going to have to see what CeeDee Lamb gets from the Cowboys or what Jamar Chase gets for the Bengals. Like, that's just how I look at it. The standard for the wide receiver market has been set as far as how much they're going to be getting paid now, thanks to this huge contract from JJ. And I'm thinking, you know what? It almost sounds amusing. Like, I could almost agree with some people who say, yeah, you may have kept your best weapon on offense, but at what cost? Like, all the money you put behind JJ and you still don't have a competent QB that can throw to him.
Exactly.
That's still remains to me.
So, all right. What are we paying our receivers this year? I believe it's 11 million total.
12 mil. 12 mil.
12 million.
12 million total for our entire wide receiver room.
I thought it was 9 million. I think it's 12s with the tight ends, but
And
just the wide.
didn't Reed have over 10 touchdowns? This himself?
Oh yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
So when you consider that,
Well,
Rob, what do you think about this contract when you look at Green Bay's wide receivers? We're paying them 12 million total, the whole thing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So far, yeah, and the thing is, so far, there's no receiver right now who's playing outside of a rookie contract.
No. So Reed had 10 touchdowns total. That's with running, but as far as receiving, he had 8, which is more than Justin Jefferson had last year. As a rookie, 64 receptions. You take that into account, he had almost 800 yards. 64 receptions is not a lot. So if he ups that production close to 100, close to 90, see what I'm saying? You're looking at a 1,010 plus touchdown receiver, and he's making jack shit compared to Justin Jefferson, who didn't. I mean,
see, the difference between our receiving core and compared to all others in our division is different. See, if one of our players goes down, one receiver goes down, the next man jumps right in, and we don't miss a beat. If Jefferson goes down, that whole offense is out of whack. If St. Brown goes down, that offense is going to be out of whack. With Bears, Moore goes out, I think they could probably get with it better than the other two teams can.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
well, for the Vikings, you'll say they don't have to worry about who goes down because they got plenty. Like behind JJ, you got Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
Who will follow up behind him, and then they would still claim they have the best tight end in this division in T.J. Hawkinson, who can cover up from where any of them goes down.
Addison last year, between both games, I think it was 110 yards, not even, and 1 touchdown. So against our defense, even our new approved defense, I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah. I'm really not worried about it at all, if I'm being honest. What's up, Yoli? So,
hey, Yoli. Yeah, I put something in our chat. I want you to post it. It's about the Jordan Love's contract.
I need you to post
seen that. It's from Schefter.
I still don't see the group, so post in there as well.
Okay, all right.
So, speaking of what we're posting in the back chat, let's go ahead and start off with so Homer alert on this one. I need to know how this makes any sense. All right. So the Chicago Bears secondary is really scary, perhaps one of the very best units in the NFL. Okay, so this is what Bears fans are posting, right? Caleb Williams today at Bears OTAs. He went 13 for 15 and 7-on-7s versus first-team defense. 1 incompletion resulted in defensive pass interference. He threw darts all over the field, including a touchdown to DJ Moore. Williams' offense also won the situational drill, ending the with Cairo Santos field goal and the lead. So, see the problem here? If their secondary is so damn scary, then how does this happen? Can someone explain that to me?
It happens when you got to sit all your starters to make your quarterback look good.
I mean, they benched him last week. He was 7 for 7 interceptions, and they benched him. So, I mean, look, man, you're going to have ups and downs. I get it, but, man, we're putting too much stock in this guy, I think.
I mean, I watched what our receivers did to their backfield last year. I have no faith.
Well,
in week 18, they couldn't stop us. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the pass. Nothing.
Well, their perspective is they made their top corner, Jalen Johnson, definitely had developed into one of the best at his position, even in his division. Like, he definitely stood out more than most.
You mean the guy that talked all that shit and then cried after he got smoked?
Yeah, but he got smoked quite a bit by the Packers receivers, man. I think fucking Reed smoked his ass, and so did Wicks. Yeah, I'm not worried about him.
At least Brisker was like, it is what it is. They had a good game. It was Jalen Johnson that was like, well, they still suck. I know I got whooped, but it's like
he still won us.
So let's move on to this one as well. With the media in attendance, the Bears offense rebounded from a rough first week. Williams was dialed in, completing 13 of 15 passes in 7-on-7 drills, according to the Athletics' Adam Johns. Williams' production came against the starting defense, though they were missing a number of starters in the secondary, including Jalen Johnson, Jaquan Brisker, and Kevin Byard.
It's all the guys. It's literally all their guys, man.
What's going on here? They're either doing really well or they're playing as bums. Like, which one is it? They keep going back and forth, back and forth with this.
And you got to remember, there's no fucking pressure going at him either.
Yeah,
those three names are supposed to be the top guys in their secondary.
So you guys tell me, what is really going on here? Because for me, the way that I look at it, they're just piling on a bunch of bullshit that doesn't make sense because it's really not working out as great as people expected it to. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Oh, look at that. See that? Happy Jet 18 Day. Look at that.
Yep. Happy Jared Alexander Sun's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
Yeah, I know. Browns fans, I know. I agree. Even when they got Watson, I remember they were like, oh, I don't know. I don't really like that guy. Like, I thought they'd be excited to look like they were going to be good. Nope. Bears fans, dude, they could bring Andy Dalton back to start this year and go, we're still going to win 12 games this year. Like, that's how it's crazy the way they react.
It was broken down to me and Ken earlier today by our other co-host, Ken. If Caleb's a quarter of what they say, he's Justin Fields. If he's half of what he says, that they're going to get 10 wins. If they're 3/4 of what they say, they're going to win the division. And if he's 100% what they say, the NFL better look out. They're going to the Super Bowl. It was like craziness what I heard today, man.
I'm going to say after the season, they're going to wish he didn't trade Fields away. And Fields ain't even good.
So let me ask you guys this question then. Right now, today, would you rather start Justin Fields and I'm talking about on Green Bay's roster? Let's pretend like we didn't have Jordan Love. On Green Bay's roster, would you rather start Justin Fields this year or Caleb Williams?
Fields. He's more mobile. Honestly,
this is with Green Bay's roster, not the Bears. So this is totally different.
I'm gonna take my chances with Caleb because I already know what Fields can do. I mean, when the 3 seasons, he's crap. I'm gonna take my chances with.
Yeah,
Caleb.
but we got Tom Clements and we got LaFleur, teaching Fields though. So I'm going with that.
I feel like the way that we develop quarterbacks, we're really good at teaching again before the hike, right? Before the snap of the ball, something that Fields dude, he was the worst at audibling his offensive line and picking up blocks. He was the worst at that, just terrible at it. If we were able to develop him into doing stuff like that, stop him from running out of the pocket and scrambling and freaking out, I think he could actually be pretty good. He's got an arm on him. I mean, there's no doubting that. So let me ask you guys this question then. You're rolling with J.J. McCarthy or Caleb Williams this year?
Caleb Williams. I don't believe in J.J. or McCarthy there whatsoever. I think Williams has a shot. I think McCarthy is going to be absolute garbage.
So
I
Caleb Williams.
I take Caleb Williams because he's in a better situation than McCarthy is.
Yeah, big time.
Just per Jeremiah's comment, Caleb Williams came from USC, and I've seen their quarterbacks, how they pan out, not very well. So, I mean, Ohio State, USC, I mean, who's the best USC quarterback ever? Is it Carson Palmer? Is it? I mean,
maybe.
Well, and I think Caleb Williams against good defenses, he sucked. He always has. He always sucked against good defenses.
You're welcome for the guy that will play 5 games this year.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Holy, bro. You're beating your chest. I hate to see Aaron Jones leave, but you know what, man? Yeah. He wasn't there for most. He only showed up for 6 games last year, bro. I mean, for this kind of talent you're talking about, you need him there at least 10 games. Shit.
And something I was saying on a previous show was I think I was on the Vikings show. Either way, I remember saying that I thought Aaron Jones is the perfect 1B quarterback. I don't feel like he's a 1A. I feel like he's a starting quarterback, but you got to have someone with him or else it kind of doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean running back? You said quarterback twice.
I'm sorry, running back. I meant running back.
I got confused there for
Well,
a
we're
second.
just talking about quarterbacks and
But if you have a competent guy with Aaron Jones, it works beautifully. But he's not a workhorse. He's not going to give you an every down production. Whereas I think that's what we were kind of looking for when we got Josh Jacobs. You know what I mean? Like you could make him run 30 times in a game.
I think they're gonna pound the shit out of him, and they got fucking Lloyd for the backup, and then you got AJ Dillon. And so it's like, and AJ Dillon looks a lot more lean, a lot more. I think he's ready. He knows this is his last chance if he wants to stay in the NFL.
His end of the season production was epic. It was amazing. I'm not going to lie about
Packers, should say.
One thing that worries me about Aaron Jones is that he is an NFC North killer.
Yep.
And we are now the team in the NFC North who also has to play him. So
Hey, we got a hell of a shot that he's going to miss at least one of the games against us.
Yeah.
And then if it gets down to crunch time, he'll just fumble the ball away.
The Vikings started a GoFundMe and are panhandling for money. Well, I mean, they do need money because they still need to fix that roof. There's all sorts of problems in their stadium still.
Well, when it comes to Minnesota, I don't see them winning more than 7 games, given the looks of their schedule.
Well, they're rolling out with Sam Darnold, so I'm actually going to give him 5 to 6. I really can't see Sam Darnold coming out and just lighting the league up. Like I just don't see it.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Like I said before, I just can't trust Sam Darnold not to be costly with the ball, turning it over so much.
You know what? I still have the Bears in the
That's what I
basement.
was about to say. I've seen Sam Darnold throw so many interceptions almost everywhere he's gone, besides the tiny little bit of time he got to play in San Francisco. That I can't believe that he's going to be somehow magically different with the Vikings. Granted, he's got one of the best offenses he's had, but he's still Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Go ahead. What were you saying about it?
What are you talking about?
That'd be you, Dorn.
What did I say about it? I don't know. I think that the Bears are going to be in the basement. I think Vikings be good enough to stay out of the basement. I think they'll get like about 7 or 8 wins. I think the Bears are only get maybe about 4 to 5 wins. I really don't believe in Caleb Williams at all. I think NFL's way too big for him.
So I just wanted to check on his production against the Cowboys, Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And if you count his 3 games in the regular season and his 1 game in the playoffs that he played against them, he has a total of 9 touchdowns in 4 games against the Cowboys.
Steve.
What's up, Steve?
Yeah, that'll definitely miss.
Yeah. You know what will be fun, though, is we're going to watch the Vikings play the Bears and the Lions and watch Aaron Jones carve them up. I'm actually going to enjoy watching that. I'm going to be sitting there going, all right, Donald, it's time to give the ball to Aaron Jones. Let him just fuck these dudes up. I want to see it.
Yeah. And let us see if Darnold can actually develop as a game manager at that position for him. Because I'm sure that's all J.J. McCarthy might learn playing behind him. It's just being a game manager.
I think you mean CMC.
What with his old team? A beast?
Yeah, he was good. He was good with the Panthers. He was just injured a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't keep him healthy.
So Rob actually wanted me to put this up. Real quick. Yeah.
No, put that up.
Let's talk about it. Sources close to the situation are reporting that Jordan Love only intends to remain with the Packers if he is signed to a deal that would make him the highest paid QB in the NFL. His representation has indicated that he desires to be the last of the quarterbacks signed in this cycle in order to ensure that this is the case. Love will attend all practices this summer, but is prepared for a holdout or sit-out season this year. I want to caution anybody that reads this because this is the same guy that said that Aaron Rodgers was not coming back to the Green Bay Packers.
And I was just about to say something about Shifty Schefter.
Yeah, that's a fake account, actually.
Fucking clickbait.
It's actually a fake account.
That's all that is, clickbait. And
yeah, let's
be clear. And of course, you've seen a whole mess of people. You've seen a whole mess of people in these NFC North groups run away with that and think that was the case. Like, they are so desperate to see what we paid Jordan Love.
You know, Rob was talking about running some shows, and then he had me post that. I'm starting to.
Yeah,
I'm starting to wonder.
Maybe we're not going to let you host too much, then, Rob.
Bro, I'm just saying. I put it out there because I saw it right before the show, and I'm like, there is no fucking way. I posted clickbait on it. I think that's all a bunch of crap. I don't think that Jordan Love is anywhere talking like that. That's sounds like a Rodgers fucking kind of thing.
Boy,
You can go to Jefferson's actually account and you can look it up. It's not nowhere to be found.
This is one of the worst. This right here is one of the worst takes I've ever seen. First of all, Jordan Love and Dak Prescott don't play alike in any type of way. When was the last time you seen Dak Prescott throw a 45-yard touchdown off his back foot 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage?
I'm going to say the last game the Cowboys play, we watched the Packers smoke them. So
that's what I was about
that's not
to
even
say.
close, bro.
Yeah, he can't beat that. He already won a playoff game.
And as I recall correctly, they don't have the same playoff record.
So I think the answer to this one is yes, along with the AFC North. I think those are the two divisions right now fighting for strongest division in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I Oscar, I'm going to say this. I've said it already once. I think last place has 10 wins in this division.
No.
It could. I think the Vikings will drag our division down. I think they will. John Dorn believes the Bears will. But is this the toughest I've ever seen it? It might be. I
think 2025 is going to be. Not this year. I think 2025 is going to be.
Okay. But when was the last time all four teams you're like, damn, they're doing something out there, I can't remember the last time.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Black and Blue Days supposedly coming back.
Yeah, but you know what, A-Dub? The Black and Blue Days still only had 2, maybe 3 great teams at once, Like now it's a lot of everyone's starting to move up and move up and move up every year. We're all young. Like
the NFC North is not a soft division any longer.
No,
it's back to the Black and Blue right now.
Yeah, I agree. Monsters of the Midway. It's back.
Yeah, but we're on top, man.
Yeah, we're on top.
We're always on top.
And
go ahead.
And if it's true that it's that competitive, not only is the Monsters of the Midway back, you could say for the Vikings, their case is the purple people eaters should come back too.
Purple eaters.
Purple dick
all right, I'm not going to go that far because that defense was awesome.
But you know what? You know what the G stands for? Greatness.
Greatness.
Okay, so he's talking about money due. Here's the thing, though. Jordan Love has one season. The potential is through the roof. The sky is the limit. With Dak Prescott, the money you're giving him, you already know who he is. You know what he's going to give you. There's nothing more that Dak Prescott is going to evolve into at this point. So I think it's apples and oranges right now. And look, I said this last time. Trust me, I'm not saying Jordan Love is Patrick Mahomes. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in comparison to the contract, when Patrick Mahomes got his contract, he threw 50 touchdowns his first starting year. But, Jordan Love threw the second most touchdowns in the league his first starting year. So, I mean, this is the potential that we're throwing money at right now. It's more of the Patrick Mahomes type deal rather than Dak Prescott's going to get paid again. Why?
He's not going to get paid, bro. I don't think he's going to get paid.
Cousins has won free agency every time he's been in it, and you know he's not going to give you any postseason victories.
Shots fired there. Shots fired.
They're not going to sign him, bro. They're not going to extend him or McCarthy. They're going to let him play out there last year, and if they don't get him to the Super Bowl, adios, guys.
The feeling about it, they're going to have to play us next year. We're going to knock them out again.
So Oscar is 5 letters and Caleb is 5 letters. This dude's going to paint Oscar on one hand and Caleb on the other, and he's going to do this
He's going to do the claw. He's going to do the claw heart. The claw heart.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the Kawhi Leonard impersonation. Like, I'm thinking, what's next? What's next after you guys want to bring the claw in? You're gonna put on a fake crown to call yourselves the
Bro,
Kings
he's
again?
admitted you see that? He's admitted he'll paint his nails.
Did you see that video of him
I
trying
will
to?
paint my nails.
Did
He
you
says
see
I
that?
will.
Did you see that video of him trying to hit a ball in that batting cage thing? He fucking swings like a fucking girl, man.
Caleb, did he?
Oh my God, he looked bad. He looked like a girl. Like then he had girl pants on even. It was bad. Oh.
And they said Aaron Rodgers was weird. This guy is at this point. Bears fans, I actually have some brand new dresses that I can put Bears emblems on. You guys can wear them during the games if you want.
Little tutus.
The only question I have, Nick, why do you have brand new dresses?
I have 2 daughters and a wife.
Okay, there we go. That's what I was hoping to hear.
You're gonna see these people you're gonna see Bears fans wearing skirts and kilts to games.
Oh my God!
It's
I can see it. If Caleb Williams has any type of success there, it's going to be like Dennis Rodman 2.0.
And it's going to be bear claws with painted nails on a bear claw thing.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we know, man. Let's talk about it.
I just got this. It's next.
Here, what's this? Vikings quarterback, $10 million for 4 years. We finally had the money to spend elsewhere. The receivers Green Bay have, along with quarterback consensus, is going to cripple their play. What? Bro, where do you get your info from,
First
bro?
of all, the money's been appropriated for Jordan Love's contract. Our wide receivers are not getting paid because they're so young. That didn't make any sense. I just seen that we have like 30-something million right now.
Right now we got 30, yeah.
It looks. I mean, look. He's going to double down on his spending here. You will be in cap hell. Where do you get that, bro?
I will say.
What's up, David?
Great.
What's up, David?
So,
Man,
go ahead, Ada.
Yeah, I'm about to say if he had any common sense about researching the cap situation that Green Bay has, the first thing you need to be mindful of, Green Bay's nowhere near where they can have their cap crippled at all.
No. So one thing about us, in the past, since 2010, we're the most winningest team besides the Patriots. Fucking since then, we do everything right. We do it. We develop. We draft and develop. We've been doing it. We've been doing good. I mean, the teams are jealous of us. You know, you don't get the Super Bowls, but we get a chance. We get in the playoffs, and it gives us a chance to get there. It gives us a chance. Where they sitting? They're sitting home, fucking doing nothing, watching us on TV in the playoffs.
Well, there you go. That explains it.
Yeah,
that explains it right there.
Exactly.
The Vikings are doing what we would consider as the right thing. They're throwing out Sam Darnold. They're putting J.J. McCarthy behind him. That at least gives him an opportunity to develop and be good. Look, I am 100% convinced if you throw J.J. McCarthy out there this year, he's going to fail. He's going to fail.
If anything, you may want to look into what our receivers are getting paid, as well as what kind of production they've been putting together to where they're going to become too expensive to keep. Because we haven't had nobody who had the Justin Jefferson production to where they're going to get a big contract yet.
And right now, the way our roster is set right now, next year's draft, we're going to like scratch our heads like, fuck, what fucking position do we actually need? You know what I mean? Probably getting an offensive lineman, probably getting a receiver with our top couple picks. I mean, you know, what else we got? Our safety rooms is done.
We have a bunch.
Our linebackers are done.
If Green Bay goes into this year with little to no holes to fill, it's easy to go best player available.
Exactly.
As far as future reference.
And that's a receiver. Then we'll have to get a receiver.
Something we didn't do, which I definitely predicted, is we're not drafting a receiver this year. Remember when people were making those mock drafts for the Packers and there was like a receiver in the second round? I'm like, what the fuck you got a receiver in the second round for, man? Why? What's the point? That's a wasted pick. We drafted no receivers, which to me was expected. For what purpose would we waste a pick on a receiver? We got 2 guys right now trying to make the roster. That's how deep we are.
Yeah.
And Samori Toure, he could be on a roster, just not ours right now. There's just too many guys. We got Malik Heath right now trying to fit in somewhere because we have so many guys.
Yeah.
Bo Melton is probably ahead of Malik Heath at this
Yep.
point.
I believe so. I think Bo.
Forget Wicks too, man.
Yep. Bo's gonna be wide receiver 5 for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many receivers can we possibly keep? Well, it's looking like 5 or 6, but I mean, we have a lot. Look, we're not getting no vets, right?
You know another person you forgot? Grant DeBose.
No,
Oh, that's right. That's right. DeBose.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's coming
isn't
back.
he playing in the Canadian League or something like that?
Yeah, he got hurt last year. But
I know,
but yeah, he showed up pretty good, man. He was doing good until he got hurt.
So we got guys, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 3 tight ends, let alone 7 receivers. Like, we don't need any more weapons at this point. You can never have too many weapons, but I think we're set. I think we're good.
Our tight end's good. Fucking
And
receivers.
I think some people are undermining how good the running back room can be.
Oh yeah.
Bo Melton, yeah.
Yeah.
Damian Wicks. You guys are forgetting him too.
I still want to see Watson and Bo Melton on the outside. And then Reed and Wicks in the middle.
I just said Bo Melton is ahead of Malik Heath, right? And that's right, we got Wicks.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we're
Yep.
Bo Melton, Wicks. Which one are you going? Because
and you know what? In this offseason, what Wicks and Reeds did, they went down to Florida. They got an apartment together and they trained together.
Yep.
In the offseason.
Good.
And,
that's another thing about this. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, I was about to say, funny thing about Bo Melton, I'm finding him to be a little bit underrated when it came to the production he gave us near end of the season, to where the sooner he comes up, gets his number called, and has to make a play for us, you can depend on him.
Of course he will.
You're good, David.
Like
I was telling Rob.
It was just, while you could worry so much about trying to shut down the top 3, the guys behind them are just as productive.
So this is, I don't know who's going to come out on top between, for me, that last spot that actually gets playing time is going to be between Bo Melton and Wicks. They both will see the field this year, I assume, but one of them is going to have to start jumping one of the other's production, right? Like, one of them is going to have to come out victorious. And I kind of wonder, because Bo Melton, I don't see him drop passes, but Wicks seems to get open easier. You know what I mean? It seems like Wicks gets behind the defense a lot faster than Bo Melton does, but I've seen him drop passes where I'm like, come on, bro, that was a touchdown if you didn't drop that shit.
Idiot.
Dobbs.
David Gray definitely was spot on with this one. This guy's an idiot. 62-2 in the future. Dude, you ain't getting that many wins with the schedule you got now.
No.
62-2.
Which I'm looking at.
Man, Jordan Love picked your defense apart, man. It was like nothing, man. Dude, get out of here.
Let's talk about one of the best.
That's my thing with the Vikings. You don't really have much of a defense, even with the DC you got.
Let's talk about one of the best defensive draft picks. And I got to tell you, I truly thought that this was a fucking steal, man. At number 45 in the NFL draft, Edgerrin Cooper. I mean, we talked about on so many shows how, like, you know, if we get one of these good linebackers to pair with fucking Quay Walker, like, this could be really a big draft for us. And we got our guy with our second pick, and it was Edgerrin Cooper, who was fast as shit, man. I love the pick.
And a nasty hitter, man.
Great.
Good
Bro, we have
like the exact same schedule other than a few games. What are you talking about? We all have the same schedule.
And I can call out a couple of games the Vikings are going to lose looking at the schedule.
Me too. Packers, Bears, and Lions.
You see that, Ken?
Yep. Not only that, you could be short of 49ers. The 49ers are going to get their revenge against them from last season.
And then
the Texans are going to beat them.
Hoppers, man. That Hoppers kid was pretty damn good.
Also, even Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are going to beat them this year.
Yeah. Fucking David Gray with the comment of the night.
I know, man. Justin Bieber, sit the fuck down.
So look, let me ask you guys, since this Vikings fan wants to.
Justin Bieber.
This Vikings fan wants to delude himself. What do you think that their division record is going to be? Honestly, an honest take. I'm going to go ahead and go 1-5. I'm going to say 1-5 in the division this year.
Yeah, I'd say either that or 2-4.
Just the division.
Them sneaking
Who's
one
their
out
2
on the
wins?
wall.
Who's the 2 wins?
Splitting with the Bears and sneaking one out against the Lions because the Lions have a habit of not showing up against division rivals some of the games.
I think the Packers and the Lions are gonna throttle them.
Yeah,
both games, and I think the Bears will split with them.
I think the Lions swept them. Like, I'm all confident in the idea the Lions will sweep them again, just like they did last year.
Yep.
I don't know. I got us sweeping the whole division, so.
So look, I got the Vikings at 1-5 in the division. I think that the Bears will win 2, maybe even 3 games in the division because let's be honest, they should have swept the Lions last year. They really should have. So if they can beat the Vikings in a split with the Lions, maybe even sweep them, that's 2 to 3 wins right there for them. The Lions, 3 or 4 wins in the division. I think we'll go 5-1. I really think that we're splitting with the Lions again. I don't see any way the Vikings are beating us in a game this year. This year's not the year for you guys. Sorry. No. I mean, come on. How many years do we have to tell the Bears we're sweeping them again until they finally realize, you know what, that's probably more probable than
You know, they haven't won in Lambeau Field since 2015. That's a long ass time, man.
And it's gonna, I'm sure it's gonna be real
coming up on 10 years, bro.
That's
bad,
I'm
man.
sure it's gonna be real painful for the Bears if we sweep them for a 6th year in a row.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I seen too? This is actually a good stat. The last time the Packers were last in the division was 2005.
Yeah, that's way back.
I mean, look, that's a that's a generalization, right? Obviously, with division games, it's always like, well, you can't ever count you. But if we're making predictions, I don't see any way that the Vikings beat us this year. The Bears, come on, man, we got your guys' number. Every time you talk shit, we come back and clap y'all.
See, my vision is, okay, our defense will be a top 5, our offense will be top 5, and we're going to fucking go 17-0, and we're going to go fucking right to the Super Bowl, and we're going to win it.
Well, hopefully.
Take that right to the fucking bank.
So something that I was reading because I was interested on what Jordan Love was actually saying, other than that fake tweet. Just 11 hours ago, Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love both call new running back Josh Jacobs a great teammate. Stuff like that is what makes me believe that Jordan Love really isn't worried about the contract right now. He's really worried about the team right now.
I never thought that for 1 second Jordan Love even thought that. Look, bro, he's going to get paid the biggest contract of his life. This is going to be the first one he's going to get. That's the biggest of his life. Whatever it is, he's going to love it.
Yeah.
And he's going to be happy with it.
One thing I'm not worried about it because we got Russ Ball, and some way there's going to be loopholes of getting out, and there's going to be the way they structure it and the way the guarantee money is and all that. I'm not worried about it. It's not going to cripple us at all. They'll work around shit.
Niners are
bro, you had a good game. I don't understand you, bro.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do
beat
this.
the Niners without JJ, but my thing is the Niners were crippled at the time you played them.
But look, put that back up. Here's how Vikings fans think. We killed the 49. It was 22 to fucking 17. Not
killing.
5-point fucking difference.
Second of all, you had Kirk Cousins in the game, who's dramatically better than any quarterback that you have currently. You don't have Kirk Cousins right now. So what is this even supposed to mean at this point?
I don't understand how he can think that Darnold is going to lead you to fucking 10 wins, bro.
I think he's trying to cherry pick things to make his team look better than it really is. I think that's what he's trying to do.
He's going to See, this is a weird flex to me. Please sign Jordan Love. Why? So he can fucking destroy you guys again? Like last year? That was embarrassing the way that you guys played against us last year. Come on.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to see this right now. Clippers going to be better than JJ and your fucking Sam Darnold, man. So,
you know what's
their
something
backup's
that's
better.
beginning to be a occurring pattern for us over the years?
Every
bro,
time we
for
play
the
the
last
Vikings,
3 decades,
what's been a recurring pattern for us so far is for what I'm talking about with the Vikings. The first game we always come out slow against them. Then the next game we end up destroying them.
Yeah.
That seems to be a common pattern with us when we're splitting with the Vikings. First game slow against them. The next game we literally destroy them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And we don't even face a division foe. I mean, the Vikings are the first ones, but I mean, it's like week 5 or week 6. I mean, we're already rolling by then.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, please give Jordan Love that contract. 24 for 33, 256 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interception, including a Sean Clifford for 37 yards after that. Please sign Jordan Love. Yeah, good idea.
Hold on. It gets better. That Cousins is supposedly garbage, and the whole reason he got that big payday was because of their offense. Well, how about the big payday that the Vikings gave him from when he was with Washington? Was that because of your offense too?
Yeah.
Right.
Bro.
And
So
let's be honest, the minute Kirk Cousins went down, everything with Minnesota fell apart.
Well, that definitely fell apart. How many quarterbacks you go through after that?
Let's also be honest about
They'd
this.
still be going through them.
Kirk Cousins only sucks to Vikings fans because he's not there. If he was still there, he'd still be so amazing and so great. And we only sucked last year because Kirk Cousins went down. Now that he's in Atlanta, he sucked anyways. Oh, okay. Crazy how that works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
And another thing I find amusing with Minnesota, how funny is it that a receiver who isn't the number 1 receiver on our depth chart actually had a 100-yard game against them?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So it's a weird look. Sign Jordan Love to that contract, and I'm so glad that you guys got Josh Jacobs.
And what they're gonna miss?
Fucking 7. You can keep saying that you're grateful for that.
You know what they're gonna miss is Cousins, the fucking JJ's fucking connections, the fucking the deep ball connections, and just being together and playing together. You know what I mean? Now he's got to do it all over with with Sam Darnold, and then it's like. That takes time. You're gonna get interceptions. It's like Sam Darnold's pretty good at throwing interceptions there.
Yeah, he sees ghosts, doesn't he?
And one's gonna think about this. How about the new attitude they're gonna have with Aaron Jones over there? Like when he was with us, they hated him and belittled and degraded the guy. Like he wasn't that great of a back, but now that he's with the Vikings, new perspective, new outlook for him.
Yeah.
If the Vikings want to have any chance of beating us, they better give Aaron Jones the ball 500 times during the game.
Feed him.
Or else
feed him. Yeah, feed him.
Feed him. Feed Aaron Jones the same way you were feeding Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. And they're trying to. These guys are trying to pretend like we don't got the guy that's on the cover of bomb.com. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what he's saying right there? I'm the Vikings daddy. He's got 3 contracts that are coming up right now. The Bears daddy, the Vikings daddy, and the new one, the Lions daddy. It's coming.
Yeah, that Wooden, he goes like, I knew there's new defense coming in. He says, I knew if I could get better and better shape. He gained 15 pounds and he's stacked now. He's like, I feel the best I ever felt before. He's coming. He's ready. I'm rooting for that Wooden kid, man. That dude's fucking good. I like him.
Yeah, speaking of looking with our new defense, Javon Bullard is. I just keep seeing stuff about him over and over and over again.
He just signed today. He just signed today.
They're saying that he's looking good. They're excited for him. Another guy I keep seeing is Jordan Morgan. They've already tried him out at left tackle, right tackle, and left guard. So they're trying to make him into a Zach Tom Elton Jenkins type where they're multi-tooling him, right? If we got 3 guys like that, oh my God, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah. See what's nice? Okay, I mean, it sucks that Tom's hurt, but it gives us a chance to see what Morgan and all that can do. You know what I mean? So once training camp comes around, and then they can really play with it. But yeah.
So I think, to be honest, if I had to say what our weakest link, God, on offense was, our weakest link on offense has got to be center, and that's about it. That's the only one I can think of right now.
Well, Runyon too. Runyon, I think only had a PFF of 49, and I think Myers had 51. And it's like, we got to show up that.
The interior of the
Runyon
O-line
is now a giant.
And who knows?
Yeah, so I really need to see our run block better this year, because let's be honest, when Aaron Jones was out, it really was exposed. Like, our run blocking is not that great. That's why A.J. Dillon was failing so bad, and he himself was not hitting the holes properly.
There you go.
But still, if our offensive line was doing a good enough job, it kind of wouldn't have mattered, right? So, I mean, we have great pass block. We always have. We hold the pocket for Jordan Love. I need to see these guys run block for Josh Jacobs. I want to see 1,000 yards from this guy. And in our defensive line, like these are our two weaknesses right now, because we got the receivers, we got the tight ends, we got the quarterback, the running backs, we got the linebackers, we got the safeties, the cornerbacks. It's really the line. It's our trenches. And if our defensive line can stop the run, the sky's the limit, guys. Like, our defense is going to destroy people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they even
as far as
Doug
run
Jenkins.
defense goes, we're going to have to see that much from Kenny Clark and Devontae Wyatt, since they're going to be the top starting D linemen together up front.
Yep.
Everybody's talking about how our defense is going to slow down because we're making the switch. It's going to be okay. That's probably going to be
talking about it takes some time to adjust to a new scheme.
Especially
for players who are not accustomed to this kind of scheme.
But our offense is still powerful. Our offense was putting up almost 40 points a game towards the end of the season last year. You guys got to still contend with that. You got to stop that. Never mind our defense. We got to work that out. It's going to work itself out. And by mid-season, I think we're going to be fine. But everybody's putting us there. Oh, your defense ain't going to – look, our offense is still badass. You guys couldn't stop it last year. I don't see the problem.
See, one thing about the Packers, when they draft their drafts, they go when they draft. How many captains did we draft this year? Was it like 8 out of 11? 8 out of 11 think they're all captains at when they're in college. I mean, that tells you something. They're smart. Plus, they always get the smart players.
Leadership. Smart leadership players.
That's what who they want in their roster. So I think they can pick up the system pretty quick. I mean, they'll be ready to go week 1, guaranteed.
So it's funny when people say stuff like this, as if we didn't have, Valentine himself punking the receivers of Detroit, Jerry Alexander punking Justin Jefferson every time that they're one-on-one. I mean, yeah, eggshell DBs, right? And our receivers, what other than Watson, what are you talking about? These guys, I just
40 are those receivers 4,200 yards and 30 touchdowns. Man, shut the fuck up, dude.
Let us ask you, if this clown really wants to call an eggshell guy,
you even hear yourself?
Then
get him, Rob.
Explain to me what happened to your secondary the last time we played y'all in Minnesota.
Yeah. If our receivers are so eggshell,
how do we get 4,200 yards?
How'd you give up 250 plus yards and 3 TDs to these receivers then? How does that happen?
Exactly. Man, Love just torched them, man.
There was just eggshell receivers just walked all over you fucking bums. Shut the fuck up, dude.
The moment this guy said Love is like Dak, like, I just shouldn't have listened to anything he had to say.
Yeah.
I think he must be spam or something like that.
You just lost. For me, you just lost credibility as anybody intelligent when you said that.
That's spam, man. That's spam.
Dak Prescott.
Fucking dumbass.
It's crazy. So let me ask you guys real quick, since this is something that happened. We're in our group. We're posting stuff in the group. Jay Sternberger is playing for the USFL. He had like 100 yards and a touchdown in a game, and people are asking. So I said Jay Sternberger has fell. He has fallen. I mean, and then people were asking, well, how did he fall? So here's the NFL, and you can't even see my other hand in the screen because it's so low. Here's the USFL. When you go from the NFL to the USFL, how is that falling? Is that a sarcastic question? Is that a so do Green Bay fans want Jay Sternberger back? Is that where they're
No.
Hey, I had high hopes for the guy when we drafted him, and he failed on every fucking one of them.
We already got a new Gatorade boy, so no. We don't need
No.
a Gatorade boy.
We already have
All right,
two
but
really
sorry.
great tight ends that we drafted
Sorry.
last year that balled out.
Sorry, but
And
Sternberger would not have a place with the tight
Yeah,
end
he wouldn't.
we got now.
He'd be our fourth tight end. He'd be our fourth tight end, man. That's where he'd be.
Well, while we're at it,
fair.
Packers
Practice
fans,
squad.
let's bring back Kamal Martin because he hasn't fallen off either. Let's bring back Josh Jackson. He hasn't fallen off. Let's go ahead and go even further back. Let's bring back Quentin Rollins. Let's bring back Demarius
Kevin
Randall.
King. Let's bring him back. Kevin King.
These guys haven't fallen off. They're still getting paid to play, so they haven't fallen off.
Martin,
Shoot.
you had to bring
Hey,
up Martin.
what about-
I just bought his jersey, and all of a sudden, boom, we
Hey,
right
what
all of a
about
sudden,
bringing
after
back-
that, the
Hey,
boom,
what about
like,
bringing
really?
back Amari Rogers? Let's see if his career
Yeah.
is different with
Yes,
Jordan
yeah.
I
Love.
seen a post where Packers fans were saying it wasn't Amari Rogers' fault. It was the scheme.
Aaron Rodgers.
It was
You know,
Aaron
no, they were-
Rodgers'
yep.
fault. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Just like when Amari was sitting there crying, saying about how Jordan Love was spreading the ball around. Well, if I had that, I would have done better. Are you kidding me, dude? You just want to sit there and whine and try to blame Rodgers that you sucked in the NFL.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, I
Because when
mean,
Amari
one
Rodgers
was-
was fielding punts, Aaron Rodgers had a laser pointer that he was shining into his eye every time, right? I mean, what?
No, Aaron Rodgers was drinking ayahuasca and he was astro projecting himself and slapping the ball out of his hands.
Bro, Amari Rogers would still have a job on our team if he could be a returner. If he could be a returner.
Hold on. He would still have a job on the Houston Texans if he was.
Yeah, well, you're right. You're right about that. You're right.
So that yeah. Remember when he scored that one touchdown? He caught that pass for that one touchdown. Packers fans went, "See, he's good," and then he did absolutely
nothing.
That third round
Wait.
fucking. That third round curse, man. But we broke it. We broke that curse, man. The third round curse, we broke it with Kraft.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that now that makes me think, teams need to be worried about our special teams this year because of the new rule changes with the kickoffs. We have the best return man in the game, in my opinion, right now. He's going to be returning a lot of.
Not even your opinion. He was the All-Pro kick returner and leading the league.
Go crack up, Fidel.
So, I mean, I expect him to return. I don't know, 10 times as many kicks this year. Like he only returned a few last year because everybody kept kicking it in the back of the end zone. In the few that he did return, they were from the end zone. You know what I mean? So if they're now kicking in between the end zone and what is it? I believe the 20-yard line. I think you have to kick it in.
Yeah. And another thing too about our special teams, when we went out and we drafted this, when we got our third fucking like safety, Evan Williams, I like that kid, but he's a hard tackler. He's got speed. He's a vicious tackler. And then you got that Hopper, and he'll be on special teams. He's fast. He's physical.
Tyron Hopper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
people gave us some crap for that pick, like he was a reach where he was drafted.
And that safety,
Like
that kitten safety, that kid too, he's another hard hitter and fast. And so that special teams, they're getting the better tacklers and they're getting more speed. That's what they're getting in their other special teams this year with the draft picks we added.
I mean, people are going to say anything at this point. Rasheed Walker was a reach. He's a 7th round pick. David Bakhtiari, that was a reach. He was a 4th round pick. Like they're going to say shit like that no matter what. Green Bay knows what they're doing, man. I have faith. And we even got a tackle in the 5th round this year, Jacob Monk.
Monk, yep.
We got extra guys. I mean, I think Marshawn Lloyd might be my favorite pick out of all those. I was hoping for another running back.
Yep. Oh yeah,
and there's every chance for some people, Marshawn Lloyd, he may be the Aaron Jones of the offense.
Yep.
When it comes to trading snaps with,
he's been looking good in camp.
So we got the cowbell. We got the 3-down running back in Jacobs. We got the short yardage running back in A.J. Dillon, and we got the speed back that we can throw, swing passes to in Marshawn Lloyd. I mean, we got a whole lot that we're working with this year. And A.J. Dillon, better produce this year, or else one, he won't be here anymore. I know that. And two, his job's going to get taken quick because I can promise you Marshawn Lloyd is coming to get some PT, right?
One thing about A.J. Dillon, he's a damn good blocker, man.
Oh,
damn
yeah.
good blocker. And
Boy.
he's going to bust Jacobs open quite a few times. I guarantee you that.
So did you guys see who's projected or I'm sorry, not projected, who's the betting favorite to be the rushing leader this year?
No,
Jacobs?
No. You guys will not believe it. So the betting favorite right now for rushing title this year is Zamir White for the Raiders.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. He has the most bets
happy.
taking on him to win the rushing title this year.
That'll make Joe happy, but they got a shitty offense, so.
I was going to say the drugs
Their
must
O-line
be
sucks.
real good in Vegas.
Well, they might have to run a lot. Tell you the truth. They don't got a quarterback, so they might have to run quite a bit.
Well, I have been seeing they're going to start Aiden
O'Connell,
O'Connell so far.
Yeah.
They got Minshew behind him, I guess. I don't know. It's weird what they're doing over there.
Minshew is a serviceable journeyman.
Yeah, but I would think that you would want him to start this year. He's
Yeah, but their head coach had said that what he had done at the end of the year, he had earned the right to be the starter and for it to be his job to lose in training camp. So it's not like he's 100% our starter. This is a guy that's coming out this year. He's the starter for now and has to continue to earn it.
So why isn't there no love for Tannehill? He's still sitting out there somewhere, fucking waiting for a job.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Why? Well, go ahead, Rob.
He sucks.
Yeah, but you know
I actually kind of like Tannehill a bit.
I did too.
If you put people around him, he's not bad. But if you expect
I'll take him over Sam Darnold, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're starting Sam Donald or Darnold. And there's guys like Tannehill out there. I would rather start Joe Flacco at this point than
Exactly.
Sam Darnold. I mean,
yep.
Fuck. He was a first round pick for Clifford. I don't know.
Eventually, Flacco's going to say, "All right, guys, you got to stop calling on me because I'm not going to be able to come out of, his old ass." Eventually,
eventually, his prescription for Geritol is going to run out.
That's right.
Yeah,
magic pills, whatever the fuck he's
I'm
taking.
convinced he's taking steroids at this point. I don't know what's going on with that dude. He keeps flinging the ball, and they keep
he's snorting lines of bull shark testosterone.
Taking giraffe tranquilizers before the game or something. I don't know.
Oh, so that's why he was napping on the bench.
Yeah. So we're getting to the end of our show. We talked about a whole lot around the league. Not a whole lot of Packers news right now. Once Jordan Love gets his contract, I'm sure there will be a lot of people wanting to talk about it. At this point, let's go ahead and give our sign-offs and let's see what everybody's got for me. Go ahead, Rob.
Man, the defense is going to be badass. Everybody, don't worry. We're going to do fine. Go Pack, go.
All right, go ahead, A-Dub.
Definitely looking forward to the season and hope everybody's enjoyed what they've heard and seen, and go Pack, go.
Right on. All right, John Dorn.
Well, Blues go Lions or same old Lions. You better be fucking prepared to be in second place because Packers taking over. Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.
Same old Lions.
Lions. All right, Ken.
And all this talk that you hear about, it's going to take a while for Green Bay to transition from the 3-4 to the 4-3. Don't put too much stock in that. A lot of our guys that we had drafted had played in the 4-3 in college. And then with how the game is now, you're in nickel defense most of the time. So it's not going to be that dramatic of a change.
Yeah. We got 1 million Georgia Bulldogs on our team now. I mean, the G, it just circulates.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that they were sporting that G their whole fucking lives.
G for greatness.
G for
All
greatness.
right, everyone. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say 5-1 in the division. Go ahead and put your money on it. It's a guarantee. Don't worry. I got you. I'm not going to pay if you lose, but I got you. That's our show today. We'll be back on Friday.
Yep.
And I'll see you guys next time. Go Pack Go, Frozen Tundra Network, baby.
Go Pack Go.